This is the time, this is the place, and this is FC3 Monkey Business, your one-stop shop for everything geeky. And since everything is geeky, if you love it enough, you never know what you're going to get. And that includes me. I have no idea because I didn't read the script ahead of time. This is your host, IMC. This week we will be talking about, oh, look at that. It's an easy play. Flower City, Comic-Con, what you can see, what you can do, who you can be with, and who you can be, whatever you want. Hi, guys.
Hi!
Was that properly weird enough?
That was fairly weird.
We're cruising into our mid-season break right now because we've got our upcoming hiatus for the convention. So we're going to be off for a couple of weeks.
And we're going to need to sleep.
We're going to need to sleep. We're going to need to recuperate.
I can't believe we're a couple of days away.
A couple of days.
I'm not looking forward to 11 o'clock Friday night to 6 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yeah, you're going to have a busy, busy day.
That time with the Blue Cross Arena turning over to be able to put all the tables and stuff in Friday night to
I think I'm going to be
Saturday
showing
morning.
up at the BCA probably around 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and I'm not going to be going home until like after 11 in the evening.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling since Ann is on call for the Blue Cross Arena and her and I are sharing the room at the Hyatt, that Ann and I are on call for the Blue Cross Arena.
I'm going to be bringing you a cup of coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
I think you're going to want to try.
I don't like the taste of coffee. But no, so...
I'll doctor it up so I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said you like the smell of coffee.
I like the smell of coffee.
Okay, so then, Chris, your job
Yes.
is to go to...
Should I choose to accept it?
To Finger Lakes Coffee.
And I don't. Anyway.
And get Moose Crossing.
Moose Crossing?
Yes. And then brew it and bring a cup for Tanya and I both. We won't drink it. We'll just smell it because it's the best smelling coffee ever. It's a chocolate Kahlua coffee, and it smells amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so guests are coming in on Friday.
Yep.
So
We don't have any coming in Thursday?
No.
What's my media run for Friday morning? Do I know yet? Do I have anybody?
You have to talk to Deanna.
Do you have to talk to Deanna?
Because our first guest arrives at the airport around 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And
So it's just probably going to be me again.
have fun.
Well, it's fine. I can do it.
And then
I promised Jennifer Johnson I wouldn't try to take the show over again.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
Okay. So between 8:30 in the morning to 9:30 Friday night, I'm at the airport 3 times.
Yeah.
At least,
We really got to get you a staff.
yeah. Well, I mean, I actually enjoy meeting them and being the one to actually meet them at the airport because I want to make sure that if there are issues that I can control them right there.
Yes.
In regards to that, instead of getting tagged and I'm not anywhere in the vicinity type thing. I'm like, we have a transportation company driving them, so I don't have to
Right,
drive
so you got
them
that
all.
much going for you.
So, but one Power Ranger the first thing in the morning, and then the next one isn't until 4:30. So it's 8:30, 4:30, then 9:30.
So then, but then I'll give you a call and I'll be like, go get Power Rangers.
Do, 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 do.
Hey,
Mighty
Tanya.
Muffin Power Rangers.
I'm basically free that entire week after 5. So if you need any more help, let me know.
Yep. Tony's got your back.
Yeah,
After 5.
After 5.
After 5.
Oh,
Just
that
where-
Friday?
Yeah.
yeah,
Not before 5, but after 5.
yes.
Some enchanted
between
evening.
like 5:30 and 8:30, I'm going to be at dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going back to the airport.
And I'll be.
and Tony will help you eat.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'll be at the Firehouse Saloon around. What time are we supposed to be there Friday night?
9 something?
No, we have to be there early because we have to set up, and we're doing the
Some
trivia.
sort of thing,
We're doing the trivia.
which I think is going to turn into more of a stand-up act than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm excited, though. I really am. I really want to go see the Nerdlesque.
Are you 21?
Hush you.
Quiet, you.
Almost.
She's close enough that we're going to sneak her in early
Yeah.
because we need her help.
She's with the staff. Some enchanted evening,
So
you
I
might
guess
find
you
a
figured
Billy.
out who's here today.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that a little bit, aren't we?
Meaning you, me, Sherry,
Yeah.
Billy,
I'm here.
Tony.
I'm not here.
Well, I was getting there, actually, but you keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry, I've just taken over today. I have to practice for
Hey.
when you're on vacation.
Yep, that's happening. Memorial Day weekend. You guys are going to be recording, and I'm not going to be around. I'm going to Chicago, my cousin's wedding.
Nice.
So the
Mazel
women
tov.
are taking over the studio. Billy, what do you want to have us watch?
Huh? What?
The last time you let Billy choose what we watched, you weren't happy.
Yeah.
Dogma?
No, it was
No.
Monty Python.
No.
No, I didn't
it
choose
wasn't
that
my
one.
mind.
No,
I
it's
just
Black
followed-
Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. That's right. That's right. No, Memorial Day weekend when we're supposed to be in the studio again.
Okay.
I'm actually going to be in Chicago for my cousin's wedding.
Oh.
So
Okay.
so I'm taking over hosting duties.
Yay.
That day.
So Tanya's going to be leading the charge.
Woohoo! Church.
Charge.
So I think we're gonna watch Grease.
I hear it's the word.
No, we'll figure it out.
You guys have some
Okay.
fun with it.
Oh,
Seriously.
yeah. We'll have a good time.
We'll torment Billy Day.
Show's bigger.
Ooh, we could do fan fiction that time.
Oh, God.
I don't even think I know what fan fiction
Oh,
is.
no. Chris is not getting out of fan fiction.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Tony, you want to go to Chicago?
Yeah, sure. You and me.
It's 106
Let's
miles
go.
to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, a half pack of cigarettes, a
Think
Stark
it's
out, and we're wearing
a little more than
sunglasses.
106 miles to
Hit it.
Chicago.
Actually, has anybody watched Umbrella Academy yet?
Yes.
The first
Yes!
couple of episodes, yeah.
Yes.
I need to watch more.
I finished it.
Very good.
I have
It's a
to. I
lot
have
of
to watch
fun.
the rest of it. I heard it was.
Oh yeah,
the
we're
rest of it was
definitely
good.
gonna. We're definitely that's on
Oh,
our
my
that's on our
goodness
list for
gracious.
after
Yeah,
break.
I definitely
you
enjoyed
finish
the
it?
first couple
Yeah.
of episodes that I watched. Klaus is like my favorite character so far because you
Sean
just have
Sean
no
loves
idea
Klaus,
what's
too.
going to happen next with him. You just don't know. You know, with everybody else, you kind of can predict, but with Klaus, you just don't know what's coming so far. But anyway,
I don't
there's
know
lots
that
of
you'll- yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah.
There's a lot
There's
of
some things you won't
coming that
know.
you will not see coming.
all right, good. I'm looking forward to it. Well, then I'll binge when I'm reclining in my couch after a convention weekend.
Yep.
So, dear listener, if you haven't figured out who's in the studio today,
We
it
have
is
a-
myself, Anthony Bacchetta,
Da-da,
Until I fire
Billy
him.
DeTore,
da-da,
Tanya Metris,
dun, dun, dun.
Chris Frank,
Hi.
Laura. I'm sorry, I don't remember your
That's
last
not
name.
Laura.
Wait,
Sherry.
You're fired.
I am so
You're
sorry.
fired. Get out.
I had to figure out a reason to get myself fired. Yay!
Hey.
And Monk,
Okay, Tony. Sherry Alpersky.
Sherry
Alana Spink.
Alana Spink.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna go with animals, she's monk. I'm otter.
Okay, Otter and Monk.
Yes.
Okay, we can work with this.
That's
Yes.
like, that sounds like a children's show.
Doesn't
Otter
it?
and Monk.
Monk and otter, otter and monk. Du-du-du-du-du.
You know, considering how last weekend the only reason I could get your attention was calling you Otter, that was a very interesting
Mom
moment.
didn't
Mom,
work.
mom, mom, mom.
There were a lot of
Lois?
kids.
Lois?
There were
Otters.
a lot of
Mama?
kids.
Mama?
Mama.
I was the only otter.
Otter.
Oh boy.
What's a mama otter called?
Sherry.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to talk about some FC3 action coming up, and we're going to take a quick break so that we can try to figure out who we are,
Because we
because we have no idea who we are at the moment.
Who am I?
we know
Who are
who's
you? Where
here,
am I?
but
What's
a
going
matter
on?
of we're all kind of a little loopy right
We're
now.
a little-
We're
it's-
gearing
well-
into con weekend.
It's Hell Week, so this is fun. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a nap.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Tony's coming over to apologize.
I do know who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Nice
Anyway.
try. Keep sucking up, Tony. You're gonna need a lot. Yeah.
This might come as a huge shock to you, but the FC3 in FC3 Monkey Business stands for Flower City Comic-Con. Currently
does.
in its 4th year, Flower City Comic-Con is coming at you this weekend at the Blue Cross Arena here in Rochester, New York. So what can you expect?
Oh my God, there are a ton.
We
of
don't even
things
know
to
what
do.
we're doing half the time. What are you kidding?
All I can what you can expect
Yes.
is the convention directors running around
No, we're-
with bags underneath our eyes because we're tired.
Yeah, but-
we're tired because we're so excited and
That's the
of
thing.
everything that we've planned for this coming weekend.
I've seen convention directors running around like maniacs during the convention weekend because they just chicken with the head cut off because they don't know what's going on or they're trying to manage a dozen things at once. But I think the advantage we have is that we've built such a great team. We have the solid core
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
of folks. I mean, like I will never be able to say enough good things about Ann Liebig, for instance, the savior of the board. You know, Tanya, Billy, Sherry, Tony even, you know, has contributed his bit. You know, Andy Mertzke and our fearless leader, Dan Carmen, and, you know, Brian Burke handling his masterfulness of the vendor floor as always. Laura Court on social media. Everybody chips in. Everybody does a bit so that no one person has to do everything. So if you see us running around, it's usually because we're excited. We want to go see something. We heard something cool was happening, and we're running over to go check it out. You know I'm kind of excited because the panel schedule It's good. It has depth, but it's not as overpacked as it was last year.
We didn't overextend ourselves like in previous years.
So if you see me walking around, it's because I'm getting a chance to kind of take the whole thing in and enjoy it, you know. So or I might be sitting in the seats in front of the office, the staff office, kind of looking
just
at
watching
the vendor floor
and things like that. I mean,
you know,
looking at the panel schedule, yes, panel room 2 is the biggest room, and that is like non-stop from noon until 7 on Saturday, and then 11 to 4 on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's back to back to back. But
and I'm not doing all of them, am I?
So what kind of things are we seeing?
Actually, Chris, you are. No, just kidding. Ha. There are a ton of things that we have. We do have
let's start off some of our panels.
Fan panels. We have a couple led by the Mighty Monkey VP, Chris Frank. He's leading, of course, the Doctor Who panel. He's like, hello.
Yeah,
I'm like,
duh.
Well, you didn't submit it because we were doing.
Why do I have to? Is my question.
Because that's where all the panel schedule is. It's like we had to put that in.
You sent me a text message. Are you doing the Doctor Who panel this year?
I'm like,
and
duh.
my response was, duh.
I'm like, then put it in the Grotix for me. So yes, Chris has the Doctor Who panel, and he's got the MCU panel. Maybe Billy will come in and argue with him about the MCU panel.
Of course I will.
It's delving into past
Billy and
and
I typically
around
see
the
things fairly
MCU.
similarly.
Yes. And then we do have the other fandom panels, Supernatural, led by one of our volunteers.
Zen Bozette, yep.
Yep. And we have a Star Wars panel led by a person, I want to say his name is Ben.
I can't think of it at the moment, I'm sorry to say.
Ben, I would have to go back to the
That really is a very interesting panel because it's not just talking about the movies, it's talking about the books.
It's the first step into a larger world.
I'm
so
really
it's
interested in
huge.
Excuse me.
We just have a lot of things. We have fandom panels. We have workshop panels. We've got 3 Girl Scout badges that the Girl Scouts can.
We've got solar
get done.
panels. We've got vinyl panels. No.
We have 2 that are being led by authors.
Yep.
The comic book artist and the book artist one?
No, I'm talking about...
Oh, just regular panels.
Yeah.
The Journey to Your Story, and then with the Cloudscape series.
Yes.
We have a couple game type interactive panels. Name that video game tune. We have name that anime tune. Which that one's currently not on the panel schedule in the program because it came in after the program got sent out.
Is it the music of anime, or is it name the anime tune? There, we're going to give you clues, and you have to come up with the character. Is it T-U-N-E or T-O-O-N in the
T-U-N-E.
Okay, so it's the music behind it.
That's
okay.
what it was. So
because I can only imagine what an anime tune T-O-O-N would look like. So you have a girl and she's not wearing anything. Oh, that's like freaking 20,000 different anime.
No, you have the specific hairdo, and you have to figure out which anime it goes to.
What
now,
color?
That would be
3
amazing.
spikes.
Yep. But truly, all the panel information will be on the TV screens that go all the way around the concourse. So
now we're not running the big board over the rink.
The Jumbotrime's not going to be run over the rink, but all the way
TV screens around
the bowl or the concourse, where we'll have all the information for which panels and where they're going to be.
Okay.
You'll have to know that the activity rooms are the 2 little food areas on either side of the main concourse.
All right, so let's walk somebody through it. You walk in through the front doors of the Blue Cross Arena from Exchange Street entrance.
Yes.
All right, and so you got the lobby. Off to your right, amidst the pillars, is the box office. So if you haven't bought your ticket, you do it over there at the door.
They're going to also have to come in and exchange their ticket for their wristband.
And ahead of you will be the turnstiles and then the grand staircase up to the upper level, the concourse itself. However, keep in mind, dear listener, that to the left of the grand staircase is a ramp that leads down towards the War Memorial itself. Why is that important? Because that's where a lot of the breakout rooms for the gaming are. That's where a lot of the workshops are going to be.
And the panels.
And it also, it's a more immediate way to get directly to
the vendor floor.
The vendor floor, because you go down, you go to the left of the grand staircase and you go down that ramp. First of all, take a look to the left because there's a cool museum kind of display about the old canal that ran underneath the Blue Cross Arena. But to the right is going to be immediately direct access to the rink level itself, and that's where the vendor floor is. But if you keep going straight, you're going to see this cool statue with a globe and everything. It looks like the Daily Planet kind of thing. That's the War Memorial itself. You're also, as you walk up to that, you're going to be entering the area where the workshops and the gaming areas are going to be. And the full gaming area where Microsoft and the tabletop stuff is going to be, keeps going on around the corner after that. So keep that in mind, dear listener, on where you want to go, because, excuse me, it's more than just what's going on in the rink area. All right, there's more there. We're using almost every aspect of the Blue Cross Arena. So, and next year there will be a zip line. That's my dream. If our insurance company will let us do it this year. I know they were kind of sketchy about it last year.
Over the river.
No, right over the rink. You go from one end of the rink to the other. I think that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah. From the staff office to the other.
That's the fast way to get to the panel rooms. Go from staff office to the panel rooms.
More reasons to watch Warehouse 13.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no kidding.
Such a good
Absolutely.
So that was to go around to get to the back of the panels. Mm-hmm. If you happen to go up the grand staircase, you're going to enter into our comic book area.
Yes.
Right at the top of the stairs.
Yes.
Is that where I can buy comic books?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Strangely enough,
Strangely.
no.
Yes, that's where we're going to be able to buy comic books.
I have a list of things I'm looking for, so I'm going to bring my list.
And then right past there, for those that have already been in the Blue Cross Arena or know what it looks like, there is another little step-up area that goes up into like the little party area that people are able to rent and things like that. That's where the main stage is going to be.
Right.
So anything that says stage panels for the roller derby demonstration, the dance connections demonstrations, the cosplay contest, that's where wrestling will be Saturday night. And then on Sunday, the kids' cosplay parade, the Zoomobile, and the cosplay lip sync are all going to be up on that level. That kind of overlooks, what is that, Broad Street?
Yes.
Broad Street.
No.
Yes.
Yes, Broad, because Court is on the other
Court's
side.
on the
other
other
Broad
side.
Street.
So it's got all glass windows up there, and that's going to have great lighting and stuff for the day. So that's where all that stuff is. And then if you decide to walk around the concourse area, and that's where all the fan tables are. So you can see fan tables such as Demon Productions, the Rebel Legion, Justice League of Western New York, Rock City Roller Derby, Flower City Fear, Western New York Superheroes and Cosplayers, the Nerdlesque Show. They're keeping their clothes on. We've been told that they're the
no worries.
Rochester Fantasy Fans, the Rochester Browncoats, the Monroe County Library System's going to be here. The Robotics 340 team, Rock Guard, was it Cyrandel? Mm-hmm. Makers Fair, Ghostbusters. We have the Shield SUV, which I believe is going to be down in the lobby as you first walk in. We have the 501st is going to be there. We have a ton of fan tables that are going to be all the way around the concourse, on the concourse level. We have a ton of stuff.
I'm really excited about all the things that not just people can see, but all the things that they can do.
So what can they do?
I mean, we're going to have, you already mentioned the Girl Scout badges.
Yes.
There's 3 this year?
Yes.
3 this year. We're going to have, on Sunday only, we're going to have the Rochester Foam Dart League in, and they're going to be
taking over one of the little activity rooms.
Yep, and they're going to be doing demos and allowing people to try this. So this should be really cool, something new for us.
And from what I understand, Demon Productions are offering up some of their zombies for people to potentially shoot with the foam darts. Nice.
We have the free photo booth. We have Experience Entertainment, and they're going to have the TARDIS, and they're going to have the Stranger Things
living room.
We've got Veracity VR-Cade. We've got our Play and Win table, which we talked about last week a little bit, where people can try games and possibly win them. In addition to the Millennium Game Room, we've got RPG games going on and board game demos going on that you can go on to our website and sign up to make sure you have a slot for those.
Because there's limited spaces
Limited space for those. So please make sure you go on and do that. I'm just really, really excited about it. I mean, there's just so much to do this year, in addition to, of course, the cosplay contest, which you already mentioned, and the kids' cosplay parade.
Yes. And also around the concourse level, I think it's called the Bowl. Is the area in the seating that you can walk around on the inside of the arena. In all the little areas are going to be tables and chairs for kids' crafts.
Yeah.
So it's make your own superhero mask, color your own puzzle. We are going to have a flat simmy.
Right, instead of flat Stanley.
We're going to have a flat simmy where kids can color and decorate a simmy and put it on a popsicle stick and then Instagram and take pictures of themselves and have Simmy go on her adventure throughout the weekend.
And then take Simmy with you on your adventures across the world. You
Absolutely,
know?
because
I want to see
Simmy's
Simmy like
adventurous.
traveling.
And eventually,
adventurous
it's something
little
that
monkey.
Ann and I talked about a while back. So I was really excited that when she brought this idea back up, is having an actual Simmy website for
Right.
kids to be able to say, I brought Simmy here, and just posting pictures of Simmy all over the place. That's something
I'm
that
working on
Ann
it.
and
She's
I...
actually going to have her Facebook probably this week. We're going to have a Facebook for Simmy.
Awesome.
Facebook should be up by hopefully
By Friday night.
Friday the 12th.
So look for Simmy to finally have her own
Lana's
Facebook.
like, I got something to talk about.
Just so long as it doesn't become a musical. That is all I ask.
You never know. Supernatural
seriously.
became a
Simmy
musical.
the musical.
No, Lana did Flat Stanley when she was
As
in
a
middle
musical.
school, and it was awful.
Like,
well,
no.
sweetheart,
It should never have been made a musical.
in the immortal words of Han Solo, hey, it's me.
The one thing I definitely want to make sure that I highlight is in regards to our cosplay ambassadors. We have a set of cosplay ambassadors.
Yes, as always.
As always, that they'll have a table. They'll be around the convention center. They're open to answering any questions about how to start a cosplay, what materials to use, how things work for them, how would you begin, what kind of materials, just all that type of stuff. But in addition to that there is a cosplay repair station. So in case something does happen to your costume or your cosplay prior to, say, the cosplay contest or the cosplay prejudging, you can go find the repair station, which is down near the cosplay changing area, and then they can get it fixed. Alana's going like this. Are you working on that too?
I assume I was. I offered to do it like I did last year.
Well, I know your dad's working on it.
You said panel room, so I didn't put you down there.
No,
but-
I put in, like, it says comments to,
I
and
missed that,
I put
darling,
in
but-
there that I was
Okay.
like, I would gladly do the cosplay repair room again. I
Okay.
enjoyed that.
Perfect. So we got a couple people. Tony.
Did I hear you right? Something about a Microsoft room?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
part of the half of the gaming area is going to be Microsoft doing a setup. They're going to be bringing in a bunch of Xboxes and setups, and then the other half of that room will be the tabletop room.
Brought in by Millennium Games, and then there's
Right.
the several tables that have the play and win games.
And Millennium is also going to be doing lots
Some
of
tournaments
and things, so that should be really cool.
And then
exciting.
the group that's over by RIT, Veracity, that company over there in the
Veracity
I've
VR.
actually been there a couple
Veracity
times.
VR, they're going to be bringing a setup that's going to be near the vendor floor.
Yep.
So
That everyone has a chance to play the virtual reality for 5 minutes. Like,
Is
for-
there one of
for
those
free.
in Grease Ridge Mall too?
no, not this particular
VR?
group
Oh,
is.
okay.
There might be a VR thing at Grease Ridge, but it's these guys they have the one spot right now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check that out.
And there is a photo booth, so you and a group of friends can go in and get your picture taken. And it's one of those 4 section photo strips, so you'll have a little memento from the weekend. See, I'm
If you like it enough,
exhausted.
you might have momentum while you approach this particular thing to take part in it.
Thanks for helping.
Not
I'm
helpful
There's
at
only
all,
so much I
is
can do for you, honey. I'm sorry.
know. I'm gearing-
Mementos for your momentum.
I'm tired.
Mentos,
She
the
needs
fresh
to take.
maker.
She needs to take a moment.
I
Yeah, there
don't.
you go.
This is more talking than I've normally done.
I
so
know,
I'm gearing
but
up
you're,
for when
you're getting
on
ready.
vacation.
That's it. That's the thing.
don't
I'm proud
think
of
I'd
you.
like this.
I think you're doing great. I think you're doing
You're
absolutely
doing
fantastic.
fantastic.
So we've got all that. That's
What we have not talked about, like, one of the main attractions.
the guests.
The guests.
The guests. We've mentioned them in the past. We've kind of introduced their names in the past.
I'm
but
going to be there.
You're going to be there. So Tiny Mattress will be there. She'll be signing autographs.
Yes, I will.
I don't do autographs,
Oh
but
my
I do
God.
pictures.
So everyone knows that I'm a
Tasteful
teacher.
nudes?
Tasteful nudes.
Yeah.
And so there was a day I was
Boudoir shots.
There you go.
I was
Lingerie.
a couple weeks ago as we were gearing up for this weekend. Just a quick little anecdote. I had to mute my phone during one of my math classes.
Yeah.
Because the board thread went
Exploded.
bing, 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 bing. And so I'm like, between my watch and my phone, it kept going off and things like that. And I was in the middle of teaching multiplying radicals or something. So I turned off my phone and they're like, what is that? I said, oh, it's the thread for Mighty Monkey Corporation that does the Comic-Con. One of my students came flying up from sitting. He goes, Comic-Con? What Comic-Con? Da-da-da. And I'm like, Flower City Comic-Con. He goes, you're going? I'm going. I can't wait to go. Blah, 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 blah. So I had one of my students that was sitting at the computer pull up FC3's webpage at that point. They're like, oh my God, you're on it. I can't believe it. Oh my God. I can't wait. This is
Our teacher just became the coolest person on the planet.
Well, and they know I'm a nerd and things like that. And a couple of them. But this but I've only had the student.
This made you a
for
cool
like
nude.
a week. And then he's like, oh my. And then he's just like, every day since then, he's like, so many days to it. This is the thing I'm cosplaying. I'm like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about for cosplay, but
Monk is going to be cosplaying as a roller derby girl.
but it was just
gonna wear her
hysterical.
outfit.
So every day since then,
Wrong
he's
team.
like, oh,
She's going to do the wrong team.
this
She's
is
going to
when
have a
I'm
different
coming in.
nickname.
So it was hysterical in regards to that. And then a couple of other ones are like, ooh, Comic-Con? Ooh, like, is it like the ones where you have guests and stuff? And then and then one of my other students is like, you said Jim Duggan's coming? I'm coming to see Hacksaw. Da-da-da.
Yeah.
So
Tangent moment, by the
I
way.
got
Speaking
quite
of that.
nerdy type group of kids that are looking forward to this coming weekend.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But now,
There's
Monk,
my tangent.
Monk, your derby name is Monkey Wench,
Yes.
right? Does anybody have the derby name Broadsword?
I don't know.
As in, like,
that-
that's a hell of a broad?
Not that we're aware of. I can't imagine it's not somewhere in the world, but not in our.
There needs to be a badass woman out there with the name Broadsword.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
We do have a we have a Batman
Batman?
Yep. We've got a Batman.
and Darth Vader.
Okay.
Please tell me there's an Eva destruction.
Not on our team, but yes, of course
She exists.
she exists.
All right, so we're going to talk about
guests.
some legit guests, because Billy, you'll be there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so there's one of our legit guests.
Oh, don't be. That's sorely disappointing.
He is going to be up in the comic book section,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
I'll be wandering around saying
If you
hi.
see Billy, talk to him about music,
Yeah.
then you'll be there for a couple of hours, because that's a
Yeah.
great topic to be a
I
part of.
can verify that I will be there.
Nice. We didn't fire you again.
Yes.
Actually,
Tony-
we should set up a Fire Tony table.
That's it. You know what? It's like a dunking
It's a
booth.
dunk tank. We
It's
need
a dunking
tank.
tank.
you will be able to find him down in the panel rooms. That's where Tony Bacchetta will be.
All right.
And I do autographs.
What would
For
Brian?
free.
What would Brian Baitano do? Anyway, that was
So
obscure.
our guests, which will be on the back half of the vendor floor. So when you're coming through the vendor floor, where
Which
the
is
ice
the main
is,
rink.
the main rink.
And yes,
Don't
people,
worry.
we will have the ice covered.
I was going to say you don't have to worry about
Skate
skates.
rentals really cheap.
Yeah, I know. Seriously,
I know, we
I can't
keep
believe how many
joking
people.
about that.
There
We're
was a
like,
couple people who were
ice?
not joking about it when they heard that the vendor floor was going to be on the rink. They're like, "Well, isn't the people are going to be sliding and falling down and stuff?" They put a floor over the ice.
Yes,
and
that's what
one
they're
person
switching
actually
over.
proved they weren't joking when they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's handy." And I'm like,
Just like the
Oh.
elephants don't slip when the circus comes to town.
there you go.
See, we our roller derby. We're in the JFK arena, which is most of the time it's a hockey arena.
Okay.
And they're like, well, why don't you play there in the winter?
Hockey?
Because it's really hard to roller skate on
Well, no, you do
ice.
ice skating now.
No, oh my
Oh, could you
god.
imagine that?
Ice
would
skate
be
derby.
So
No.
dangerous.
No.
Oh my god. How many times have you fallen on your wheels, Lana? Could you imagine falling on a blade?
Ow.
Today was a slow day at the ice skating derby. 4 people died.
Okay, so
Nowhere near last week's record of 15.
we have street level, concourse level, and the ice rink vendor floor.
Yes.
So the vendor floor and street, which is vendor floor, is street level. At the opposite end of the vendor floor from the area that you have come in by the walkway that is next to the escalator and things like that. And you come down into the arena floor. You're going to go all the way down and visit all the vendors. But our media guests are at the opposite end, which is on the party deck that's normally down there. It's the party deck.
Party.
So
deck.
You will see on Saturday Michael Biehn.
Right, Saturday only.
Saturday only, Michael Biehn. He's best known for The Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss, Tombstone. He currently has a production company with his wife called Blanc Beal Productions.
Blanc Bean.
Oh, Blanc Bean? Blanc Beal. I'm sorry.
His wife's name is Jennifer Blanc, hence the Blanc part.
I was like on this Jennifer Beal type thing, which
hey,
is
that's
totally
not a bad place to
another
be.
actress
Not a bad
and things
place
like,
to
no,
be, though.
Just,
There's some good, there's some
it's
good
like
stuff
all
there.
the bees in there.
Yep.
So also on Saturday will be Tracy Lynn Cruz, Nakia Burris, and Karen Ashley are Forever Yellow Power Rangers.
Three yellow Power Rangers.
Yes.
And they're going to be there the whole weekend, not just
whole
Saturday,
weekend,
but they'll be
yes.
there Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday
And they're
Sunday.
doing a panel.
They are
discussion.
doing a panel discussion, and that is Saturday at 1 o'clock in panel room 2.
Okay. Saturday, 1
right
o'clock.
Before the Doctor Who panel.
Panel room 2.
Just follow Ray.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll find it.
Find Ray, follow Ray. You'll find the Power Rangers fairly quickly.
Yes.
I thought I was
We have
on
to have a
Prevent
talk about-
Ray duty.
We have to have a discussion.
If there
in regards
isn't, if there
to-
isn't already a restraining order,
Yeah.
There will be after this. And
we
then,
put the restraining order on him. That's the thing. And he
we
works
put
for us.
limitations
we love
on him.
you, Ray.
Yes. And then
Speak for
on
yourself.
Sunday only, the Power Rangers will still be here.
Uh-huh.
And we have Hacksaw Jim Duggan coming in on Sunday.
Oh,
I guess
what he
everyone else
says.
know.
Yeah, that's a hacksaw thing.
Okay.
I
I don't follow wrestling, so.
That's fine. You don't have to. We do it for you.
Yes, thank you. Billy does.
There you go.
So definitely you can get autographs with them, pictures.
Now, in case you're wondering, Michael and Jim, neither of them are doing panels. So
No,
any chance
they're
you get to
only in
interact
for
with them will
one
be,
day.
Yeah, they're only in for one day. So they'll be at their tables. So barring them taking a break or stretching their legs or whatever, they're going to be available.
They get lunch,
on
so
the
we'll
floor.
have to. We're going to
Yeah.
feed them. So
I'm just not telling them to who yet. Anyway. But
Each other.
Is it because of the blood feud between Michael Biehn and Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
that's it. Yeah, that's why they're going to be on separate days.
So are we starting that rumor now?
Sure, why not?
That's it.
Make sure you walk up to Hacksaw, ask him how come he hates Michael Biehn.
According to Billy DeTore.
No, you leave that part out.
Don't leave that part out, he said.
And then also,
Oh, my God.
throughout the vendor floor area, we have artist Rusty Gilligan, who actually began as an actor,
Right?
and his formal debut was an artist on the original heavy metal film,
1981.
1981.
Classic.
So that's how long he's been in the business.
Yes.
And I'm psyched about that because that's like one of my favorite movies from the 80s.
And he's done voiceover work for animated films such as Dagon, The Man, Left 4 Dead, and several others. So, comic titles that he's worked on is Marvel, DC, Image, Big Bang, Star Wars, Star Trek. DC was it ENT?
Enterprises.
Okay, and Doctor Who. Yay!
And stuff. I
And
mean, the
stuff,
guy's
yeah.
been he's had his fingers in pretty much everything over the past almost 40 years at this point.
And he's worked on films such as The Avengers, Walking Dead, Captain America.
Yep. Spider-Man's 2 and 3. Those are the Tobey Maguire ones, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Because that's the only one that got the 3.
Yep.
who did he voice in Left 4 Dead?
The 4-year-old little girl.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ask Jim about that, too.
Yes, there you go. Who else we got going to be over there? Miss Tanya. Because you're doing such a wonderful
we
job.
have local.
Can I have the donut holes? Since Tanya's kind of cruising right there.
We also have artist
Ooh,
Steve Geiger coming
blueberry.
in, returning to us. He was here our first year, so he's returning to us this year. He was a regular artist on comics such as Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk, Bloodshot, Scion, Lorelei, Samurai. He's done many covers and single issues for the X-Men, Punisher, War Journal, the Fantastic Four, Batman, etc. There's lots of other things. Current projects include The Henchman with Devin Hylton, and Gabriel Damascus. Cutter, Old Man of the Mountain with T3 Comics. Plowboy of the Cornmeal Universe with Hollywood Animation. It's really interesting because I don't know a lot about comics either, so I'm going to be continuing
You have to sit down and talk to him for a little while.
Lots and lots and lots.
He is such a class act. I love that guy so much.
He was great when I met him the first year,
Yeah.
and his adorable little baby. Now I think
got two
there's
now.
two.
Yeah.
Yes. And
His wife is she's hysterical.
Yes.
You talk to her for more than 5 minutes, you're going to be laughing your ass off.
I saw a video a couple of weeks ago of his wife doing one of their kids' hairs. And
Yeah.
it was the hairspray, and then the hairspray just kept on going, so she had to put it outside, and Steve couldn't get up the driveway because it was still spraying everywhere.
That's amazing.
It was hysterical.
That is
and
amazing.
The little boy's like, oh,
Her name is Kirsten? Or Kristen?
Kristen, I think.
I think. She's a sweet girl. Sweet.
And if you're a fan of one
It's a
of
great
the,
family.
If you're a fan of one of the artists, one thing I'd like to do at conventions is get commissions done by the artist.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're a fan of one, or if you're just walking around and you look at him, hey, he's got a really cool style. You figure out something you'd like him to draw. Rates will vary depending on stuff. But
Excellent point.
I've got a bunch of commissions in my house for various artists today.
Excellent
whose work I enjoy, and that's where you get them done.
Yep.
I haven't actually commissioned anything from artists I've liked, but I have purchased
Done that
artwork.
too, sure. Yeah.
I did. We did at the con at the Utica Public Library. I got some beautiful work.
Like Susan's favorite superhero is Plastic Man, and in my house we have a bunch of Plastic Man with our cats.
Wow. That's cool.
It's done by
That's
different
very
artists
cool.
that we enjoy.
That's good. That's very good. I'm liking that. That's
In fact,
funny.
maybe Ken Wheaton's coming again.
Yes, he is. He's
yeah,
on the
I
list.
like Ken, and I think he might be someone I want to have do that particular thing. I like Ken and his style.
Tanya, we got a couple more people on that list, and then we're going to move on to another topic.
Yes. And then
I definitely want to get to Caitlin.
we have artists from Broken Icon Comics of Rob Dumo, Nick Wentland, and Tristan Kelly. Nick is returning to us this year. He was here last year. Rob Dumo, I think, has been with us every year. So we're glad to see him back. We also have local artists of Eugene Commodore, Ken Wheaton, and Nigel Carrington also back with us this year.
Very nice.
Woohoo!
And I don't know what they're looking at, but they're looking at something over there.
There's an artist who's going to be on the floor, I believe. He's coming in?
No,
he's
unfortunately,
not coming. Oh, he's not coming this year.
He couldn't come this year. but
Gotcha. There's a guy who does some commission work that Sherry was showing me about.
That's one of his commission works that I showed you before.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's definitely cool. All right. Moving on.
So the one I have not touched on yet is Caitlin Yarsky.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love her work
absolutely.
so much.
And she's awesome.
I really love her work.
Absolute sweetheart, too. She's got this one title right now with Image Comics called Coyotes.
beautiful.
And it's just all the
Just
rage right now.
beautiful.
And the artwork is amazing. And the story is just as compelling as the artwork.
I agree.
So that's some cool stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing Caitlin.
We have a lot of things going on.
Can I say, I've been holding on to this, but I have a guest announcement for 2020.
Christopher Frank?
No, that's a given.
Ian Frank?
Tony Bacetta?
I've made arrangements with somebody, and I have a guest announcement for 2020. I'm not going to tell you right now.
You can't
Wow.
say that.
You're an ass.
No. I refuse.
Now, you know when we were talking earlier about
Ow, I'm
who
getting-
shot JR? It's
getting-
going to be who shot Christopher Frank. It's going to be me.
Yeah.
I can't say. I'm not allowed to say. It's because I don't know.
I was going to say.
He's lying through his teeth.
I was going to say.
I had a lame punchline in the back of my head, but you guys just ran with it. I'm like, okay, this moment's getting better without me.
Mr. Fizzles knows when you're being
You're
a
a
liar.
liar. We need a Mr. Fizzles to bring into the studio.
I was going to say, that is so not your department.
I know, seriously.
I'm like, what have you done behind my back?
I can't comment on that without hitting the Spreaker button.
Explicit content.
Explicit content
Oh, boy.
included. All right, who else we got on the list? And then we can move up to other
I
things.
think I've hit Karen, Nakia, Tracy, Michael,
She talk-
Hacksaw, Rusty, Eugene, Steve, Ken,
Rob Dumo and his baby.
Nigel, Caitlin, Rob Dumo, Nick, Tristan. Yes, I hit all our main guest artists and guests.
All right.
Woohoo!
I think I've touched upon everything that was on my list.
We touched upon panels and exhibitions, things you're doing, things to see.
Yes.
Exhibitions, exhibitors.
I'm.
Are you an exhibitionist?
No.
You know what I'm really looking forward to also
What are you looking
that's
forward
new
to?
this year
Not
is,
until you tell me.
Is our writers' row.
Yes, that's true. That's a thing.
Yes, we're going to have several local and local-ish writers
Okay.
this year, and I'm really excited about that because you know how I am about
What I'm starting to see with the 2019 show is that, we've kind of perfected our getting the guests, we're figuring out the best balance for guests. The vendor floor is a thing, getting some basic attractions in, but we're starting to add on to the other components that we've been dreaming about all along.
We were focusing on our 6 pillars.
Yes, exactly. The new concept of the 6 pillars, of cosplay, of gaming, of stuff for kids, of stuff for STEAM. For
Literature.
arts, stuff like that. So all coming together to being the foundation that we build each show on. So being able to give local artists the exposure they deserve, writers, authors, people who create things. We're building a relationship with the local Makers Fair. Dan Schneiderman from the Makers Fair has been a big fan of ours, and we've been a fan of his. He's a great guy, and he's given us so much good information. And we're starting to help each other, I'm noticing.
Lots of support from Dan.
A lot of support from Schneiderman.
Please,
and lots.
He's putting me and my family up for the weekend.
That's phenomenal.
Thank you, Dan. We love you.
That's phenomenal.
Yes, Paul, who was on
a
couple weeks ago.
a couple weeks ago, is his uncle.
Right. So we have this family connection going on. But, as you start developing relationships with everybody, and we've got this great bond forming with Toricon, which has been helping out we've been able to feed off of each other. This is just what we're going to be able to do in the future because of what we're building today. It's just, I'm mind blown.
It's where it all comes together.
It really is. And we've done a fairly good job of keeping it a fairly well-balanced event. We're still slipping in some spots. We're still kind of overwhelmed in a couple of others. We're trying to kind of find a good balance for things, but we're always learning. We're always trying to evolve, always trying to bring something new in.
And we always value your feedback.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
As long as it's constructive, open up that conversation with us. Tell us what's going on. If you don't like something, tell us. If you like something, tell us. We want to hear it all. We have one gentleman who's always sending us suggestions. It's great. It's great. A lot of the stuff is not practical sometimes, but it gives us things to work towards. It gives us things to think about. And it's cool. Everybody gets involved. It's a good thing. So be that as may, we do have some fan tables. So folks who just want to do the meetups and hang out, and then folks who just want to be able to advertise the things that they like, they're going to be on board. Like the FC3 cosplay ambassadors, Pop Rock, Serial and Comics is going to be on board with that. Demon Productions, Toricon, aforementioned, they will be there. The Rebel Legion will be on site. Rochester Speculative Literature Association. What is that all about? Do we know what that is?
The writers group.
Is that one of the writers groups?
Yes.
We're going to speculate about that.
Isn't that Bill?
Is that Bill Horst? No, I don't think that's Bill Horst-Cotter, is it?
No. Bill is with the
Rochester Fantasy. No, that's Wayne's Rochester Fantasy Fans.
He is.
Is he part of the Firefly people?
I want
no Browncoats.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to say
Rochester Speculative Literature was a group that I reached out to when we knew we were going to have a writers' row.
Okay, good deal. All right, who else is going to be there? Justice League of Western New York is going to be there. Rock City Roller Derby, the Flower City Fear.
I love the Flower City Fear guys.
Yeah, they're
so
awesome.
Much fun.
They are a lot of
I
fun.
believe Cashman, our friend Rich Cashman Jones, is a member of the Flower City Fear.
Nice.
Yep.
It's Edward Wenskus is Rochester Speculative Literature Association.
I think I've met Ed. Western New York superheroes and cosplayers are going to be there. Nerdlesque will be on site. I'm assuming that's Evie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Some of the people who are performing Friday night are coming to do pictures and talk about the local burlesque scene for anybody who's interested.
I want more souvenirs this year. I've been really, because I usually get myself so swamped with stuff. I come home with a couple of pictures and that's it. I want to do more where I'm involved with people and doing things with people. That's my personal goal. We've got the network. The UWC Network is going to be on site. The Buffalo Pug and Small Breed Rescue is going to be on site with puppers. I'm looking forward to playing with some dogs this weekend. Rochester Fantasy fans will be on board. I think Wayne's bringing Rover again. Rochester Browncoats. The Monroe County Library System is coming.
I was so excited when
That
they
is
reached out to
great.
us and asked if they could have presents.
No,
with us.
I'm
really was
curious.
excited.
There's
Yes,
a
sir.
woman that runs she's the main librarian for the woman. They have a great graphic novel and comic book section.
Yes, that's
Yes.
why
Is it-
they
is it
reached
her?
out to us.
That's why they're here.
Yeah,
She's
that's why they reached out
phenomenal.
to
I
us.
don't, to be honest with you, I don't remember her name.
Yeah,
but she
unfortunately,
knows
I can't recall
more
it.
about comic books than anyone I've ever met, and she's fascinating to talk to.
That's cool. So if you get a
she's
chance,
the one who reached out to us, and we were very
Alicia
excited.
Gunther?
I think that's her.
Yeah.
I think it's
Alicia
Okay.
Gunther?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Who else is going to be there? We got the Rochester the Robotics 340 team, the Makers Fair. We were talking about them earlier. Rock Guard.
What is that?
Rock Guard.
the
It's one of the
local-
Amp Guards.
One of the
gotcha.
LARPing
One of the
groups.
LARP groups.
Gotcha.
Searindale is the other one.
Rock Guard, it is
Searindale is-
There's Amp Guard and Rock Guard.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, Rock Guard Searindale. Okay, that's the whole group.
That's the
Okay.
Duchy of
And that's our
Searindale.
friend Robin.
Yes.
That's our friend Robin Moore.
And it's so funny because on her Facebook page, she had pulled two of our promo pictures.
And she's in the background in
She's
both
in the
of them.
background
Yeah.
with the Duchy of Searindale, and they recognized their banner.
And we have a couple of cars you're going to be able to take some photo
Yes.
ops with. The SUV from S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Rochester Ghostbusters
I'll
will
have
be
my
on site.
shield lanyard on.
There you go. That's it. I mean, there's lots going on. I think there's even more on the next page. Nope, there isn't.
And
that's
then
okay.
there's definitely going to be some meetups with the fan groups for Black Butler, Final Fantasy, Furries, something else, and any of the fan group meetups are up in the arena sections.
Yeah, so you'll be able to actually in the seats.
In the seats,
around
sit
the
there
rink.
and talk, and
in just
take a little longer than however much time that you need.
And if you didn't get an official sign up or an official meetup, but you want to get your group together, there's going to be plenty of other sections in the stadium to go ahead and in the arena to go ahead and assign. Say, well, let's get together in section 220. And we'll hang out there for a little bit. You're welcome to. There's no extra ticket price for that. There's no extra cost. There's no setup. You just pick a spot and say, meet me here, and there's going to be plenty of opportunities for photo shoots all throughout the building and outside of it. You got the river. The Genesee River is going to be right there. The
There's
Court
a
Street and
beautiful
Broad Street
eagle out
bridges.
back.
The eagle out back. There's going to be the War Memorial itself, the Globe.
That's the fountain.
The fountain is going to be right there in the building. Lots
we
of cool
just
places.
asked to please be respectful of
Yeah,
the fountain.
absolutely.
And,
Just be
War
respectful
Memorial.
of everything.
In regards to the meetups with the fan groups, yes, pick a seating area in the arena because that would be the easiest spot for people to meet you in, such as area 212, area 215, 218. We're trying to keep it on the 200 level. Mm-hmm. So
That is all we ask. We ask for nothing more. Then maybe a winning lottery ticket, but doesn't necessarily entirely. So
right 6 numbers.
So yeah, as you can tell from what we're talking about, there is going to be a ton of stuff coming up this weekend, and it's very exciting to see. And it's always interesting to see what we've planned and then what happens that we didn't anticipate. That's just so much cooler, So that's going to be fun. And with the new venue, as opposed to the convention center being at Blue Cross, the differences in how everything plays out. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all unfolds.
Different energy, I think.
I think different
think
vibe,
it's- yeah,
different
very
energy.
different energy.
And definitely make sure that you wear comfortable shoes. Mm-hmm. That just to let you know, the whole policy is all based on the Blue Cross Arena policy. So yes, your bags will be searched. You'll be wanded and things like that in regards to security. And we want everyone to be safe and
Right.
have a great time. So just to let you know, no outside food and drink, of course, but there are plenty of food options on site.
On
at
site in the building.
The building.
Yep.
So to make sure you keep your ticket with you, your wristband with you, have that on.
If you have a concern and you're in the building during the course of the convention, you're no longer going to look for the people in the polo shirts. You're going to be looking for the people in the black jackets with the Mighty Monkey logo on the back. Those are the directors. That's the board of directors. We have our new jackets.
Or find one of the Blue Cross Arena
Or find a Blue Cross
ushers,
Arena
and
usher.
they can find one of us.
Yep. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities. The ushers are going to be there in full force, and they are red coats, which I don't know if it bodes well for them.
But our volunteers, I think their shirts are blue, and it'll say Volunteers 2019 on the back. Their shirts are blue.
Plenty of opportunities.
Our
If you
jackets
have
are
a concern, there's going to be plenty of people to turn to. But this year, if you're looking for a director, don't look for a blue polo shirt. Look for the black jacket.
And anyone that possibly has a walkie-talkie.
Yep. Unless I'm getting mine stolen from Greg French again. By French. He's not even going to be there, is he?
No.
So my walkie-talkie's
Unless
safe.
I think I stole yours a couple of times too.
Yeah.
last year.
Unless Michael and Greg are surprising us and showing up this weekend.
I wasn't going to say anything, but they're going to be at your house pretty soon.
No, I know they were going to L.A. in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Sooner, or at least Michael was.
So what I'd like to do now is we're going to take a quick break. But hey, Billy.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible? We have a new commercial that we just put together.
Oh, yeah.
Can we maybe fire that off so that people can hear it?
Hold on,
Because
maybe not, because I can't record this and play that at the same time.
Okay, that's fine.
Although we can take the break and I can insert it through the magic
Of radio.
Technology.
stuff.
That's cool. So we're going to play our new commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to run through our events, and then we have our question of the week.
Yes.
Do you like comics?
Yes!
Do you like gaming?
Yes!
Do you like cosplay?
Yes!
Do you like Tom Hiddleston?
Oh, yes!
You are a nerd, and nerds are awesome. We are FC3 Monkey Business, your one-stop shop for everything geeky. And since everything is geeky, if you love it enough, you never know what you're going to get with us. You follow us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Google Play. This coming Friday night, you're going to kick off the 2019 FC3 weekend with a party and nerdlesque show with some of your favorite characters appearing on stage. Raffles, trivia, and nerdy burlesque to fill the evening. This is going to be at the Firehouse Saloon, 814 Clinton Avenue. It'll be $10 at the door, $8 general admission if you buy your tickets today or tomorrow. $25 will get you VIP tickets. That's a seat up front and a complimentary
And those
bottle
are
of
limited.
champagne. And those are limited, so make sure if you want a VIP ticket to jump in on that. And there is a discount possible. If you go to the place and get your ticket at the door, you'll get a $2 discount if you present your FC3 pass or your ticket to the Sirens and Stilettos show, which is the following Saturday, the 13th. So that's a thing. And then Saturday, all
And
hell
Sunday.
breaks loose. Saturday and Sunday. Sunday.
At the Blue Cross Arena.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
You need a new line.
I don't know that. I'm using the Monster Truck Rally the entire time. Every time that comes up, I'm going Monster Truck Rally. That's a thing. Flower City Comic Con #4, The Search for Spock. Oh, no, wait a minute. #4 was The Voyage Home. So anyway,
Was it 3, The Search for Spock?
3, The
Yes.
Search for Spock. 4 was The Voyage Home. 5 was the one we're never going to watch again because it was just that bad.
Was 4 the one with the whales?
Yes.
Yes.
4 had the whales.
Okay.
Undiscovered
Five was-
Country wasn't awful.
6 was awesome.
6 was pretty
6
good.
was fantastic.
Which one was Wrath of Khan?
Wrath of Khan was 2.
2.
The motionless picture. Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, Voyage Home,
That which shall not be named.
that which should not be named
Okay, Voldemort.
is 5.
Undiscovered
Okay.
Country.
Undiscovered Country is 6.
Generation.
And then Generations was the 7th. And then it was Star Trek Borg-Hard,
Yep.
First Contact,
Okay.
which, Jean-Luc Picard channeling his inner John McClane.
Yeah.
And then it was
Nemesis?
Insurrection, then Nemesis.
Insurrection and then Nemesis.
And then the 3 reboot movies came in after that, a couple of years later, many years later.
And I'm kind of in the minority, but I really liked Insurrection.
Insurrection was a great movie. I thought it was really well done.
Which one did Kirk die twice?
Generations.
Generations. Oh, my. Anyway.
Okay.
So, Tanya,
Yes.
I want to be part of the SC3 Monkey Business and Mighty Monkey Corporation experience.
I don't know if we can handle you any more than we currently have it.
No, I insist. I really want to be a part of it.
Well, the first thing is to become a sponsor. We have sponsorship levels of all kinds and are even willing to create custom sponsorship packets. So please contact us at sponsorships@fc3.org, fc3roc.org. I'm tired. I'm getting ready for this weekend, and I can't talk right now.
I know. I can't brain today. I have the dumb.
I has the dumb.
I am so sorry, my friends that are listening. I am exhausted.
She's hanging in there.
How many times have I sent you that?
Oh, several.
I can't brain today.
Several. Sherry, can you tell me a little bit more about the other way of doing things, the next way of supporting us?
I would love to.
Oh, my God. I'm going to move over for a little bit further away.
The next way is by
disturbing.
supporting us on Patreon. Patreon is a way to support the people who are creating the things that you love. Please check us out at www.patreon.com/FC3ROC. All membership levels will include access to the patron-only blog, which is going to really be exploding after this weekend. We're a little tired, so the blog's been a little slim.
Yeah, Batman John called me out on that the other day. As a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
I'm sure he did.
The blog has kind of moved over to the FC3 Nerd World News
Yes.
on Monday
Yeah.
nights. It's kind of like shifted.
But that's
evolved.
okay because
We got plenty of ideas
have
for how to
ideas for
keep doing
more
it.
stuff.
So
We
that's
really
the thing.
do.
It kind of shifted platforms for a little bit.
I didn't do that intentionally. I'm sorry.
I know. Plus,
No.
and we have tons of great perks at all levels. And also keep an eye on our Patreon because the levels are being reworked as
Revamped.
we speak. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, Billy,
Yes.
if you want to help other people find the show, how would we go about doing that?
I'd say, hey, go find the show. It's
Isn't that
over
great?
there.
They got they got a new commercial. Listen to it.
Oh, plus, leave us a review wherever you listen to us. You can find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio. What a great company.
iHeartRadio.
TuneIn, Podbean, Listen Notes, Blueberry, YouTube, and Stitcher. Is there a place where you find your podcast and you can't find FC3 Monkey Business? Let us know.
iHeartRadio.
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 And please follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at FC3MB Podcast. And if you do, make sure you say hi. We love it when you say hi. And typically Sherry is going to say hi back.
I love to say hi back. I love
She
chatting
feels
with
so
people on
neglected and
Twitter.
alone. So when everybody says hi, she like jumps right on the chance to have conversation. Contact with human beings. Yay. So now we're on to our question of the week.
Wait. Who wants to have contact with humans? I would much rather.
Cats.
Yeah.
Well,
I got
Dogs.
you there.
Dogs like humans more than cats do.
That's not true.
it's.
So not true.
Have you not? You have not met my cat. You
Yes,
don't
he
know.
has.
I've met your cat.
Love
My
cats.
cat
Okay.
is an annoying little shit.
Yes. Yes, he is.
All right, so how's this question go? I'm not really understanding your note here.
Okay, so in the past, we've always talked about, when we talked about our dream guests for a convention, we always
Right.
talk about the actors that we would love to meet.
Okay.
What non-actors would you love to have
Okay.
at a con?
All right, Tanya.
There's an author by the name of Sherilyn Kenyon.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not familiar with her.
Oh, she has it's her Dark Hunter series, and they're
Dork Hunter?
dark.
Oh, Dark Hunter. Okay.
No.
Urban fantasy.
Gotcha.
Yes, and they all have special powers, and I keep getting her mixed up with the other author that does the Laurel K. Hamilton that does like the Carpathians and whatever.
No, Laura K. Hamilton does not do the Carpathian books.
Who's the Carpathian ones?
I'll have to look that up. But
Because I read the, but they're all like
Laura K. Hamilton does the Anita Blake
like
books.
one. Right? But she also has a Mary Gentry.
Yes, and Mary Gentry.
Mary Gentry, yeah. But Sherilyn Kenyon, all that it was Acheron and Styx and the Apolami. I can't pronounce it, but a lot of them are like out of like New Orleans.
Christine Feehan does the Carpathian books.
that's thank you. I read her too.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
So yes, any of those authors would be my dream guests to come in because I love reading their books. So, and I know Sherilyn does a lot of conventions.
Yeah, I've
So-
seen her convention schedule. It's pretty
Booked,
intense.
yes. So that would be one.
Billy?
Okay, I'm going to go an author and an artist.
Nice.
The author is a little-known guy by the name of Stephen King.
Oh, just a little known guy.
Yeah, he's got a couple books. There's something about a high school student and
Yeah,
being
a car.
bullied, a car.
There's something about some pets.
Yeah, there's Pets. I think that there's a movie being rumored about that.
Yeah,
one.
there's a couple of things. I think he's a little obscure, but I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's all right.
I may have read one of his books accidentally when I was in high school.
I think I saw something about a green foot or something.
Yeah,
Maybe a green yard.
Green Yard, Green
yeah.
Mile, Green Mile,
Yeah, that's
something
it, Green
like
Mile.
that's it.
We joke, but you know what my favorite thing absolutely is about Stephen King?
Tell me.
That two things, and they're related. One, he's been barred from President Trump's Twitter account.
That's a great honor, actually. Yeah.
So, and the second thing, in order to as part of that also is that so J.K. Rowling forwards him all of Trump's tweets.
Oh, that's classic.
I love it.
That is awesome.
I saw Stephen King speak about a year and a half ago, and he's really entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wasn't it down past Syracuse or something?
It was Bard College in the Hudson Valley.
Okay.
And he was awesome, and I really like Stephen King. And the other is an artist, a comic book artist whose work I grew up loving. He worked at mostly the stuff I know from DC, Batman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, the Legion of Superhero stuff I love. His name is Mike Grell.
Okay.
And I'm just a big Mike Grell fan.
You've talked about him in the past. I remember that name.
So Mike Grell is maybe someone. I think he does convention stuff.
I think that might be actually somebody that's somebody attainable, I think. Keep that in mind.
Keep that name in the background.
So who's next?
And Stephen King.
Stephen King.
Yeah, definitely.
And J.K. Rowling. And Tony.
I got a little bit of a list. They're all video game related.
Okay.
Shocking.
Yeah, seriously.
It's me we're talking about here.
Hey,
Todd Howard, CEO of Bethesda Softworks.
Okay.
Famous for the Elder Scrolls franchise and among other things. Shirley Curry, she's famous for as Skyrim Grandma.
Okay.
She actually was recently announced to be a character in Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay.
I think you're bordering on that.
Thus making her an actor.
No, she's not voicing it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we got Chris Weaver, co-founder of Bethesda, not currently working at Bethesda, and Casey Hudson, a BioWare GM famous for the original Mass Effect trilogy and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice. Those are good choices.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you there, Monkey Girl?
Okay. I've got Marcus Shiro, just because I want another chance to actually meet him
I'm
in
hoping we
person.
can get him next year.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Have him in
I'm
for
really
2020.
hoping he was.
Anger is a Gift is doing really well.
It is. Have you read it yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to read anything in the past 12 months.
It's excellent. It's really, really excellent. And and he tried this year, but he just couldn't fit it into his schedule. We just weren't.
Can I say this is sad? The only thing I've actually managed to read fully from cover to cover is my separation agreement.
Well, that's an important thing.
I'm telling you. Anyway, what's your list there, young lady, Miss Producer Sherry?
Me? Oh, she had more.
Oh, did you have more?
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry, little one.
The Hillywood Girls.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
Their
awesome.
convention schedule fills up very
Fast.
quickly. Yeah.
Like the minute we know when our next date is.
Oh,
we
yeah.
Better
got
be
them.
asking now.
When we get our 2020 dates scheduled, we're going to have to call them and see if we can bring them
definitely
in.
one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one just had a baby this year.
Yeah.
So.
The older one,
She's so
yeah.
cute.
Is that Hannah? Or?
Hannah.
Yep.
Hannah had a baby. Yep.
Then
She's
Hilly
cute.
goes squeak when she's going to try to get work done in the office, and then her niece comes in. Then her
Yeah, the
sister
baby comes in and it's
and
all
like,
over.
Yes, I've seen those posts too.
Yeah.
They're cute. Those two girls are amazing.
They are amazing.
They're very talented.
And when Lana told me she was going to bring them, I'm like, actors, and she's like, but that's not why I love them.
No, they're creators.
Yes,
They create things.
Well, and they're also like producers and directors and
That's-
choreographers.
yes.
And like, yes, they of course they star in it also, but there is a lot
There's
of
a lot of work that goes into those.
and the editing of I think
remember when
most
we
of
had the
the
podcast
editing
where-
that they do.
Yeah. I remember the podcast when we interviewed them. It was just, the amount of work that they put into just a single presentation is amazing.
the Supernatural behind the scenes for Supernatural 2 is going to be coming out any day now.
Nice. You done there, Sweet Pea?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Producer Sherry?
Okay, first we have authors, of course.
Yes.
Because it's me.
Yes.
John Scalzi.
of course.
Absolutely. And one of my absolute favorite forever.
Have we interviewed Scalzi?
No.
It was Kovalik.
You're thinking of Jim Hines.
And we also did Kovalik.
Kovalik
Yeah,
is the artist.
Okay.
Yeah. And the game designer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But John Scalzi, I've given you.
Yeah, I read Red Shirt based on your
That was
recommendation.
excellent. I love that book.
Such a good book.
Yeah. Did I give you Red Shirts? I thought I
I
gave
have
you
it.
Red Shirts.
It's on my shelf.
Yeah. But yeah, I've loved everything that I've read from him, especially his book Lock-In. Love that book. It's like nothing else. But there's another author who I've been following since I was in middle school named Mercedes Lackey, who does fantasy. And Lana's also a huge, huge fan of Mercedes Lackey. She didn't do conventions for a lot of years.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, because of crazy fans.
Yeah, on air we've talked about that.
Yeah, but she's back to doing conventions.
Good deal.
So I'd love to see her.
Doesn't she do them with her husband?
She does. Her husband's an artist, and I sent you a picture a while back of a griffin playing with a D20.
Yes.
That's Larry Dixon. That's her husband.
Good
So,
stuff.
He's really good. And then I have actually, if I can find it, it seems to be missing. I'd love to meet the writer and the writer and illustrator for Monstrous, the comic Monstrous.
I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
It's really, really the artwork.
Are we talking
is,
like Caitlin Yarsky level art?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like really amazing. And I actually had it like on my phone and I don't know where it ended up. Which makes me crazy when things disappear when I make sure that I have them.
Well, while you're looking for that, do you have anybody else on your list of folks you would like to bring in and meet?
Oh God, Jim C. Hines, John Kovalik, almost everybody that we've interviewed.
Okay. Yeah, Jeremy
Crawford.
Yeah.
I'd love to have Ethan.
Schoonover?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great
I'd love
to have
him
That'd be
in.
awesome.
Yeah. So yes.
He got some good press lately.
Yes, he did. He's been getting a lot of, and then of course he's also getting this stupid stuff too.
Well, yeah, everybody's going to be doing that because we live in that kind of universe right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For every person that loves you, there's going to be somebody who hates you.
Okay, Monstrous is an epic fantasy comic series written by Marjorie Liu and drawn by Sana Takeda.
Nice.
And that's the cover of the first one.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's right up there with Caitlin.
Gorgeous work.
That is amazing.
And I really, really like Monstrous a lot.
Good
so
deal.
I would love to meet them.
Very cool.
How about you, Chris?
The person I had in mind when I heard the topic was non-actor, I went away from a creator entirely. You know, like you guys have been talking about artists and writers and stuff, which is great because there's some great stuff going on over there. But the person that I picked was the pilot of STS-92 and STS-112 for the space shuttle.
Nice.
And this person also commanded STS-120. This person is also a graduate of Bishop Kearney High School, which is a local to Rochester. And this person is Colonel Pamela Melroy.
Oh, cool.
And I would love to have her come in and do a talk, especially to young women, and and get them excited about engineering and physics and the whole works that goes into the space program. And I just want to talk. I want to pick her brain about the experiences. As a fellow Rochesterian, I want to hear a local native talk about her experiences with the space program and what it was like to be up there and looking around. So that was my pick would be Pam Melroy.
That'd be cool.
So. Because I've heard she's just a completely awesome person.
So did you hear about that they are canceling the all-female spacewalk?
They didn't cancel it; they postponed it. And they weren't trying to do a gimmick. It just the thing was that unfortunately one of the suits had a failure, and they didn't have enough suits that fit the astronauts that were up there at the time.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't saying anything bad about NASA. I'm just like, I was looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I remember I was looking forward to that too because it just seems to be such an interesting perspective. I think, but. So that's a thing. That's my thought, at least. And I think we're pretty good to wrap it up so we can go get some naps in before the weekend hits because this is going to be a busy weekend for us, isn't it?
You know what I'd love to see?
What would you love to see?
He's an actor. I know we said no actors, but I'd love to see Michael Dorn.
That's true. You've been on a Michael Dorn kick lately.
Yeah, I just rewatched DS9. And,
okay.
I've just been fixated on how good he is as like a Shakespearean actor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they all are really well played. Okay, so that's that. And this is Monkey Business, a product of the Mighty Monkey Corporation, purveyors and producers of the Flower City Comic Con, coming at you this weekend, April 13th and 14th at the Blue Cross Arena. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us to wherever we go, and that includes the Firehouse Saloon Friday night, and we will lead you to where the entertainment is. We love you, miss you, can't wait to see you this weekend, and we'll catch up with you very soon. Have a great one.
Was it 3 days?
So, I don't know. Was that good enough?
Yeah.
Was that
Absolutely.
Now, so why don't you go hit the record button? We'll do it again.
Oh my God!
Anyway, cut.
See ya.